Bonjour et bienvenue à Le Français avec KJ. I am KJ, your host, and we have a new look. Yay. Let me know how you feel about it, and if you can think of a way that we can spruce it up a little bit, just add a comment in the comment section. We are going to do a new series as well. So aujourd'hui, on commence la série de Christophe. But before we do that, I really need to take some time to talk about the level of the French that we're going to be doing here. I am not turning anyone away from watching this video. Let me tell you, you can learn a whole language just from watching TV or things like this. But I do want to say that if you're looking for a specific kind of French instruction, you should know that these videos are designed for people who learned all the present tense conjugations and for whom the concept, noun, adjective, and verb subject agreement is not a, unusual thing. If this doesn't make you break out in hives, you're in the right place. Also, you should have some basic vocabulary. If you are looking for anything that is like at a level before this, like maybe you're looking for just basic grammar, check out my other channel, which is Madame K. Okay, let's get started. Before we tell the story, we want to have a little bit of grammar. So I'm just going to remind you that we're going to be talking about the les phrases avec si, okay? Si meaning if. So, pour employer le mot si dans les phrases, on va inclure un verbe au présent et on va ajouter une phrase avec un verbe dans le futur. Exemple. Si elle a assez d'argent, elle achètera le pull. Si elle a assez, if she has enough money, this is in the present, elle achètera, this is in the future, she will buy le pull bleu, the blue sweater. Now, there's another one that we're going to use, possibly, not in this story, but coming up, because we're telling stories in the past tense. We need to know what happens. Let's say if you put si avec l'imparfait, on va employer le conditionnel. Exemple. Si elle avait assez d'argent, elle achèterait le pull bleu. So if she had enough money, she would buy the blue sweater. Okay, those are just a couple of the grammatical things that we're going to be working on as we do this series. So for right now, we're going to start our story. And you'll note that I have changed the format a little bit here. Instead of going through the story twice and going through all the grammar, etc., when we write it, a rough draft, we're just going to write this out in the journal and you'll see the story as it's being written, and then we'll talk about the grammar in the end. So right now, we're going to begin the story.
Le jour de sa présentation, Christophe s'est réveillé tôt. Il s'est lavé le visage et s'est brossé les dents comme d'habitude.
Oh, mais ça fait mal!
Il s'est rincé la bouche, mais
Ça fait vraiment mal.
Christophe s'est vite habillé, il a décidé de faire la présentation et ensuite d'aller à la dentiste. Mais quand il est arrivé au bureau, Céline lui a dit «
Mais ta joue, elle est enflée, regarde.
Elle a sorti un miroir de son sac et lui a montré son énorme joue.
Oh non! Mais si je ne le présente pas aujourd'hui, le projet sera retardé.
On va reporter la présentation. Je t'emmène chez le dentiste.
Okay. Okay, time to reflect. So, what did we learn? Did you happen to notice the si clause in the story? Si je ne le présente pas aujourd'hui, le projet sera retardé. If I don't present it today, the project will be delayed. Okay, notice that we have the present tense of présenter and we have the future of to be there. Okay, so we have a present future, and that's only because we were in the dialogue. Right? Okay, so next, did you also happen to see on va reporter la présentation? Reporter is another one of those false cognates. Remember we were talking about those words that look like they might be something in English and you think they might have the same meaning, but they don't. So reporter does not mean to report. It actually means to delay. So we're going to postpone the presentation. We're going to postpone it. Actually, it does mean to postpone it, not to postpone the presentation. We're going to reporter la présentation. And next we have, elle a sorti un miroir de son sac. Now, if you remember, when we were learning the passé composé, we talked about the verbs of movement or Dr. and Mr. Van der Tram. Okay, remember those? Okay, so remember that a verb of movement is always conjugated with the verb être. That is the auxiliary. But here we have the verb avoir. How can that be? Well, because she is not moving herself in space and time, but she's moving something else. Le miroir. Okay, so if the verb of movement takes a direct object, which would be the miroir, she's moving something else, that changes the meaning of the verb and it can be conjugated with the auxiliary avoir. So here, sortir does not mean to go out, it means to take something out. Okay? So when you mean sortir in the sense of to take something out of somewhere, you're going to use the auxiliary avoir to conjugate this verb in the passé composé. All right. So also we need to talk about a and chez. Both of these things mean to. Okay, they're prepositions that mean to, but they each are used differently. And there's a lot of confusion about like when do you use and when do you use chez. All right, so here's the thing. You use anytime in general just to mean that you are going to a place. Okay, so nous allons parc. We're going to the park, right? All right, use chez to connect a person to a place. So, je vais chez Nathalie, I'm going to Natalie's place. Okay. Après, je vais chez Stephanie. After, I'm going to Stephanie's place. All right. So anytime you're going to connect a place with a person, you're going to use chez. I think I have another example. Elle fait une visite chez le médecin. Okay, so she has an appointment at the doctor's office. Okay, so you can have chez le médecin, chez la dentiste, chez l'avocat. Okay, and every time you're connecting a person with a place, the lawyer's office to the doctor's office to the dentist's office, all connecting people to places. That is chez. All right. Now I have 3 questions for you. Another new addition. Okay. So the first question is, est-il prudent d'aller au travail quand on est malade? Okay, if you want, you can write an answer in the comments. Okay. But just think about this. Question number 2. Christophe, que peut-il faire pour éviter de retarder la présentation? Could he have done something differently? Okay, and last question. Qui prend en charge la situation? Qui prend en charge la situation? It's a good question, right? And why? Why does that person take control? All right. So, those are 3 things to think about before the next episode. You can rewind this episode as many times as you need to learn this material. Next episode, we'll check out the dentist's office. we'll focus on questions and some surprise extra tips. I would like to thank Pexels and Unsplash, without whom we would not have many of the images for this presentation. Also, I would like to thank you. If you've learned anything from this video, or if you just enjoy watching me put all this stuff together, please hit like and subscribe because it helps us get this information out to students who may be struggling with the same material. In the meantime, I hope that you enjoyed this episode and that you continue on your journey learning French. I hope that I've helped you a little bit along the way. Until our next episode, à la prochaine. À bientôt.